are supposed to be men, and they're supposed to treat their women. They have a part to play. It's in the Bible. Like, what's going on? Men want to be taken out and all this other stuff. Like, you a man. Like, be a man. Like
a man. Hold on. You want a man in the Bible, so that's a traditional man, correct?
Yeah.
But modern day women aren't traditional themselves. Why should he be traditional?
It's the generation now.
What's a traditional female?
It's the generation now.
Modern day women are not traditional. Are any of you guys virgins?
Okay.
Exactly.
Wait.
Hold on. No. Because if we're gonna put the standard on men that you want them to pay bills and be masculine and protect you, whatever, let's go all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So none of you are virgins. Okay. How many of you are good cooks and have a recipe book or whatever it may be?
Recipe book?
See,
Yeah.
I feel like it's different now.
Only the wife does.
Yeah, the wife does. So you cannot be non-traditional women and want the man to be traditional on his side and pay full price for a depreciating asset that isn't traditional on his end. Because whether women want to accept it or not, the reason why men were traditional and chivalrous was because women were virgins, they're polite, they're feminine, they're submissive, and when you got a wife, she was a wife, not a boss babe, not a boss bitch, none of this stupidity that's going on.
A man's love is not enough.
Whew, I couldn't sleep, so I got time today. She goes on to say she doesn't believe men are emotionally intelligent enough to love a woman properly. How the fuck that even means, I'll never know. Essentially put all men into this emotionless, emotionally immature trick bag. As if women are the only creatures on earth that know how to emotionally and maturely love somebody. Women are the only ones that can recognize somebody's love languages and meet them appropriately. So a man's love is not enough. So what is? See, the thing about it is men were never thought to be wanted for their love. They were wanted for the security they provided. So you never measured a man by that metric in the first place. I actually would go out on a limb and say men are more emotionally mature than women and actually love harder than women. Because for the most part, 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Men will ride that shit till the death. Women say ride or die, but that shit really is until their love for you die. Men will be falling in love with a woman and still provide for her. Follow for part 2 of this because I'm going in.
When a girl fucks with you, sex is the last thing on her mind. She looks for other utility. Is he taller than me? Does he make money? Can he provide for me? Whatever. That's why I always say women are resource extractors. They go into it like, what can you do for me?
Fresh and Fit Podcast, 100% right. Girls are looking for resources. Women love what you can do for them. They don't necessarily love you. This is why you don't see thousands of hot women dating homeless men. But we live in a modern world, and that means men need to evolve. Stop thinking in a traditional way. Oh, I need to take care of her. I need to buy her this and that. You need to start asking her, what is she bringing to the table? I know, girl, what do you mean? I am the table. No, stop that. You wanted to be strong and independent. You need to bring something to the table and not just yourself. You wanted to have equality. Here it is. Hey, bro, if you too would like to suggest some videos that I can, react to or even edit, please subscribe to the Patreon.
I'm sorry, your request was wifey level. You are currently on our girlfriend package.
Videos like this that make me think that y'all don't even like y'all as partners. A relationship before marriage is like an audition. You're showing your partner why you'd be a good spouse. You don't start sprinting faster after you won the race. You don't play better when the game is over. So what makes you think a wife is going to start magically doing all the shit she wasn't doing as a girlfriend? There's no incentive. It does not make sense. A girl that really likes you will go above and beyond to impress you. If you gotta upgrade packages just to get a lick of love out of her, she does not fuck with you like that in the first place.
No. And the children are going to know this. My children will understand that if I happen to procure a wife outside of their biological mother, that woman comes first. As Paul said, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. And the Lord set up a hierarchy. I will not be the head of any house in which a child outranks or is prioritized over an adult in that very same home. You do not get to be a priority in the house of which others are responsible for your very being. The moment you get to be the priority is when you have a house of your own. And because I know one day you are going to pursue independence, that house of your own, and that need to be a priority, I will not allow you to wreck the cohesion in mine. Because what am I going to do when you leave? Try to get that cohesion back? Absolutely not. You won't see how priority looks from a parental standpoint in this house, such that when you leave, you can institute it into your own family. You know, I'm starting to realize that this thing about putting children first comes from a place inside of people that are incapable of putting somebody else first in their life such that they can have a healthy, intimate relationship. So you're not obligated to do anything for a child such that they stick around because they're your children. Where else they gonna go? But with a spouse, oh, that's something different, because now you actually have to actively be selfless in order to keep that person around. Your children are always gonna be there. I mean, unless you abuse them or some outlandish shit like that, typically they're gonna stick around. Hell, in this day and age with the price of housing and affordable living, most of them are gonna stick around even when they're not invited. Hell, the way I see it, you need a man. You're too afraid to let even your own children know where your priorities and power lies. And typically, the women that prioritize children over men are the ones that are left alone. I mean, let's think about it. What is the fallout of putting children first? Lack of sex, increase in resentment, equipping children with the syndrome of entitlement, reinforcing the notion inside of their heads that they should come first in everything. Equip your kids with that crutch if you want, just letting you know it ain't gonna end well. Some of y'all the type that because they're your spawn, grown adults still got a key to your house. When I go to my father's house, I knock. His wife is his priority, and I respect that because I'm not a narcissist or selfish. He didn't equip me with the ideology that I should come first, regardless of the circumstance. Some of you all grew up this way. This is why your kids come first, and this is also why you're struggling trying to find a mate. I'm not saying don't love your children and meet their necessities. I'm saying don't announce to a potential suitor that they come first. Bars.
Question for the men.
What does it feel like when you climax? Like if you can put it in.
Why do you want to know the answer to this question? Because if ours feels better than yours, you'll try to find a way to take that into divorce too? No, guys, don't fall for this. They have sent an infiltrator in to try to sidetrack us from the topic at hand. We're going to go ahead and thought chop that bullshit right down. The shield wall is high. Stick to the narrative, gentlemen. Gentlemen, stick to the narrative. You know better than this. Do not answer this question. It is irrelevant. Thought chop that bullshit and get your ass out of here. We ain't playing that shit now. Come on now. Come on now. We ain't giving y'all our goodies. Can't have it. Nope. No.
When they text your phone, like, when they text your phone after the fact, like, you done already ghosted them, you feel me? You left the crib and you ain't talked to her since. Then they text you again, and then you don't respond. That has to be the funniest shit, bro. Like, baby, the job's...
Didn't I tell
you all
y'all,
already know what time it
shit.
is.
They will talk about how ain't shit they are, but not in a way of holding each other accountable, in a way of enjoying it. They'll look down at us, point at us, and laugh at us for falling for them. And also, what's the kicking about? Because there's nothing funny at all. I just say this to say that they know what they're doing. And also, they laugh at what they think hurts us. And what actually does hurt us. Actually, I was going to disappear, and then I thought about something. This perfectly shows the way that men will manipulate themselves into our lives, get what they want, and then leave. It shows how they can have these disingenuous ass relationships with women, get what they want, and then just disappear. I mean, y'all don't think that's weird? Because these men could literally find a woman that wants the exact same thing that they want to hook up, and that's it. But you want to know the even crazier thing? They know that those women exist. They just get a lot of thrill from manipulating and hurting women, from leading them on. It's like a little game to them. Whatever bond or relationship they end up having with a woman, no matter how minor or major it is, they don't want it to be built off good intention. But I'm gone.
A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very, very dangerous man who has that under voluntary control, civilized and disciplined, right? And who can use that in the service, well, let's say, of a family.
For a woman who's 38 years old to be saying to me, Gigi, I'm 38, I want to get married, I want to have children. We've never talked about being exclusive, about being monogamous, about what he wants for the future. He's never asked me about what I want for the future, but we have a lot of fun together. I just looked at her stunned. She's 38 years old. And she's still acting like she's 23 years old. she was telling me, she's narrating the story about how she's going on these amazing trips with this man and how much fun they're having. And the theme of fun was actually what was the same theme for all the other 3 women. The story was this, for the other women too. But I'm having so much fun. And that's what I've been doing for years. I've just been having so much fun, going from one festival to another, from one party to another, from one country to another, from one thing to another, from one program, from one retreat, from one experience to another. But Gigi, I'm having so much fun. If you want to be a mother and a householder, if you want to attract a man who's going to say, I want you, I choose you, then you have to prioritize something other than fun. And I said to her, how do you feel? How have you felt when you've rushed in to have fun and have sex with a guy and he disappears, like all of them have, and that's why you're single? And she said, it feels terrible. It feels terrible. Some self-esteem, some self-worth, some ruthlessness of a warrior, then maybe we wouldn't be having this conversation. But in hookup culture, these women are the slaves of hookup culture.
Let me ask you a question. If we're the last 2 people on Earth and we had to reproduce to make the world continue, would you reproduce with me?
No. Only because I'm not that type of girl.
Who gon' stop me? If we the last 2 people on Earth, who gon' stop me?
What the fuck?